Hello everyone and welcome back to Marvel Champions. We're up to the second last scenario of the Mad Titan Shadow expansion, so this is scenario 4 of 5. We lost last time against Thanos, had fun with it though. They've definitely managed to accurately recreate how it would feel to fight Thanos. But we're just going to move on, try everything the box has to offer. So next you move on and take on Hela with the goal of the scenario being rescue Odin, because otherwise you can't win. So we'll go over the specifics in a second. And then we'll do one more part after this, which is the big secret reveal villain, who you might have already guessed who it is. So the main villain scheme is Odin's Torment. It needs 18 threats, so quite a lot to cap out, but if it does cap out, that's it. Boom, game over. He is trapped underneath it, and our goal is to rescue him. To do that, we need to kind of travel through hell, and Hela will be attacking us. She has 8 health, but then, because Odin's captured, she just flips down to a wounded side, where I think she's a 0-0, but she'll still get boost cards for a little while, and then she'll flip back up. So we do need to keep her under control, we need to keep the main threat under control, but our main goal is to travel through this realm. So we have to get through 3 different areas. Each area has a bodyguard, and they have to be taken out, otherwise we can't take anything off the area we're in. So the first area is... I'm not going to try and pronounce that. The first area is guarded by Garm, the doggo, who starts with toughness, has victory 2, I think is relevant to some of her powers. Yeah, for each side scheme in the victory display, so he adds to that. Starts with toughness, only has 4 health because I'm playing true solo, but once we defeat him, we can then get rid of the threat that's built up here. It has 1 extra because it has Hinder 1. And it's also an acceleration token for the main scheme. Once we beat that, we then go on to the next area. The next area has its own bodyguard. We do the same again. We go to the final area, beat that bodyguard, then finally we rescue Odin, and once Odin becomes a playable character in our possession, if we get Hela down again from this form, she stays dead, and that is how we win. I think this is going to be really difficult true solo. I really feel like there's so many things to juggle, it's going to be really hard, but we'll give it an honest shot. And as a quick reminder, we're playing a Spectrum, aka Monica Rambeau, who has her 3 forms, Photon, Gamma and Pulsar. I'm using a leadership aspect deck that I have customized. She came with a leadership deck, but I customized it to try and make it stronger. It was worthless against Thanos, but having a lot of bodies on the table I think will help juggle everything we need to do here, so it might do better in theory. And I guess we'll see after this quick word from my channel sponsor. This video is sponsored by Noble Knight Games. Check out the video description below for an affiliate link that will take you through to their store, and it will help me out as well. Thanks. So as I'm shuffling here, I did forget to show the setup side of that, but I basically covered everything. I'm using all the suggested modules, so Hela's module, the standard one, the Armies of Hell I think it's called, and Frost Giants. So those are the ones included in the deck. There's quite a lot of cards in the encounter deck for this one. And with that, let's see our initial hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put that deck over there and hope that our initial hands are better than they were last time. Speed of Light is good. Pulsar Shield, Power of Leadership, Avengers Tower early would be nice. Another Speed of Light and another Photon, or Photon Speed is different to Pulsar Shield. Okay. I think we're going to get rid of these 2 to try and fish for something to use that leadership card with, but I want to keep these because we can juggle our forms, turn 1, chip away that toughness for 1. So yeah, I'll get rid of 2, we'll keep these 4 because there's Avengers Tower as well. And we're drawing. Oh, well that's no good. Oh, there we go, perfect. Okay, so at least we have an ally, and that's something we can work with for sure. So yeah, that's going to be my starting hand. It's going to be a lot of using Speed of Light, but that has built-in card draw anyway, so we can fish for something better. And with that, let's begin. We're going to immediately flip up to hero form. We're going to take Gamma form, which means we get to deal 1 damage, so we'll get rid of the tough with that. And then we start playing cards, and our first card we're going to play is... Actually, maybe I should attack first while we've got 3 damage. Yeah, I'll attack first while we're in Gamma form. We'll do 3 damage to Garm, leaving him on 1. And then we shall, for free, play Speed of Light. We change energy forms and draw a card. I'm going to draw my card. Band together, okay. And we're going to change it to Photon. No, wait, no. Well, because we can't remove anything on here. Oh no, we can, can't we? I'm just seeing. Oh no, threat cannot be removed until. Yeah, okay, so we have to take him out. So I can't remove threat by changing to photon form yet. We're going to change form 2 more times. So sure, we'll still go to photon form with that I played anyway. It does say I can remove 1 threat of a main scheme. I think yeah, there's nothing stopping me removing the one that this started with. So sure, we'll do that. That's something. Then Avengers Tower would be nice, but I need to try and draw more cards. So, we'll do Speed of Light again to draw a card and change forms. Power of Leadership, well that means we can get Black Knight out for just using those. And I'm going to change the Gamma form again, which deals 1 damage. So we take Garm out. He goes into the victory display, I guess. I'm just going to put him behind there. That'll be my victory display. It's slightly off camera, but it's there. Then we're going to bring out Black Knight by using the 2 Power of Leaderships. They count as 2, so I'm technically wasting 1 energy, but still. So that's paying for Black Knight popping out here. He gains piercing when he attacks, so he doesn't care about tough. So it's handy because I bet each of the bodyguards coming out is going to have tough. On that note, he's only 1 thwart. He's not really a fighter in that regard. And we can change form 1 more time. So let's do that. These are all good cards, but not necessarily super great to get every single one of them early. We got Make the Call. Okay. And we're going to have to change forms. It makes us change forms. We are going to change to Pulsar. So we have 3 base defense because that has +2. Because we're going to take the hit, not Black Knight. And I guess this is worth 1 because I have 1 ally out, and we'll spend Make the Call. We'll get Avengers Tower out. Hopefully that will make a difference. We can exhaust it to reduce the cost of playing an Avenger, and every ally I've got in this deck is an Avenger, by 1, and it increases our ally limit by 1 as well. I'm not having Black Knight do anything, so that's the turn. And we are drawing 5. Oops, 5 on hero side. Make the Call, Avengers Mansion, Blade, Energy Duplication. That's a good one to get out that I wasn't able to get out last time, and another Band Together. Well, at least if we put Blade in the discard pile, I can use Make the Call to get him back. But he also... oh, he's also free because of Avengers Tower. That's very good. Anyway, 1 threat on the main scheme, but it's actually 2 threat because of the acceleration icon on there. Hela is attacking. I am going to block it. So my base defense is 3. She's base attack 1, however, she gets +1 attack, and extra hit points for each side scheme in the victory display. There's currently 0, so she is still just a base of 1. Plus, well, I'm glad that's gone away nice and early. So that's 3, so I fully block it for no damage. Encounter card. Gang up. She's going to attack me again. Well, this time you're going to get damage through, because I'm not having Black Knight take the hit. So yep, it's just damage straight through to me. It's only 2, could certainly have been worse as a Draugr. That is from the Legions of Hell, it's called, sorry. That was what that was called. So that was 2 damage. So we're down to 9. Not a bad first turn. So I think I also want to use this turn to kind of build up a little bit, because that first turn did go well. We are tapping Avengers Tower. I think it's just out of sight, but you know I played it last turn. So it makes the next Avenger I play cheaper by 1. Blade normally costs 1, so he's free. So we're just getting him out there to have him. And that's important because that means any Band Togethers I have are now worth 2 because I have 2 allies on the field. So I'm using that to pay for Energy Duplication, which is one of Monica's upgrades. You tap it to just generate the face type energy, or exhaust Energy Duplication to generate the printed resource of your face up energy form upgrade. So currently it would be energy because we're in Pulsar form. I've got Avengers Mansion and Make the Call in hand, neither of which are super interesting to me. Holding on to Make the Call I think is a good play. I'm going to discard Avengers Mansion, and I'm fine staying in hero form for now. I don't want to attack because attacking Hela seems rubbish. The downside I'm having so far is the allies I've drawn are not great at thwart. They're good at attack, so they'll defend me if something nasty comes out, but I don't want to throw them away needlessly. So yeah, I'm ending my turn there, staying in Pulsar form, staying in hero form, so I'm drawing 4 because I Make the Call in hand. Well, should have got rid of it. Pulsar Shield. Genius card, give me something good to play with it. Well, that helps if something tough comes out. It would also take Hela from alive to dead for the first time, almost. I would leave her on 1. So, 2 threat on this, so I'll take away that 1 and add a 3. And then Hela is attacking, I am blocking, and my defense is still 3. And she is hitting for... Oh, if this card gains boost icons equal to the number of side schemes in the victory display. There's still 0. So I fully block the damage. And encounter card. Fallen Warrior Condition. Treat attached ally as an undead minion with a blank text box. Attached minion, well, she doesn't have any minions. So what am I supposed to do? When revealed, discard cards from the top of the deck until you discard an ally. Put that ally into play, engage with you as a Fallen Warrior. Oh! She counters my deck type. I immediately found White Tiger. So she's got a blank text box, and her scheme is equal to the printed thwart. Does not take consequential damage. Doesn't say anything about her attack, so her attack just stays the same. But alright, we're fighting zombie White Tiger now. How dare you? But at least she's only got 2 health. Oh, before we move on to my next turn there, I absolutely should have played Pulsar Shield when I defended there, so I'm going to retcon a little bit and say I spent one of those make the calls to do Pulsar Shield. We're already in Pulsar form, but we get to ready up and she gains Retaliate 1, so that seems more important. So we are starting this turn readied, and Hela is technically at 7 health, but again, it doesn't matter until until Odin is free. So I don't have much in my hand. I do have enough to do Gamma Burst, but it seems like a waste. Getting Hela down would be... If I could get rid of all the threat on here so that we go to the next form and then I take Hela down, that means we've skipped it, because I believe the thing that makes her flip back up to healthy is a side scheme gets defeated or revealed, one of the two. So if I do that first, can I make that happen? We'd have to ignore White Tiger. But yes, I can. Is that wise? I don't know. Shall we do it? And we'd lose Blade as well, because I don't have a resource to keep him on the table afterwards. Yep, it would take all 3 of us. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So, 1, 2, 3. He immediately... Is it immediately? Yeah. He immediately goes away. I can use Make the Call, actually, to immediately bring him back for free, thanks to Avengers Tower. So he pops back out like that. So that's 1, 2, 3 off of this. Clears the first area, which means we then move on to, let me just double check the right name. Oh, and also when we defeat this, yeah, you put Scourge into play. I'll handle that in a second. We reveal Gallerbrew, roughly translated, and deal a face down encounter card. So that's a lot of nasty stuff for defeating that area. This starts with 3 on it. It has to, yeah, it doesn't take any threat removal until Scourge is defeated. It's got an extra boost icon. Oh, it has Hinder 1, so it actually has 4. Okay, and then once we beat that, we move on to the Halls of Nastarond, which is guarded by Nidhogg. Okay, so this is the state. We're all tapped. Black Knight is tapped. Blade technically isn't because he went and came back. Scourge has 5 health per player. I'm going to obliterate him from space, I think. So we are going to tap Energy Duplication to get 1 energy. Doesn't matter what type. There's the other 2. Gamma Blast. So we change to Gamma Form, which means I also get to deal 1 damage to somebody. We will deal 1 damage to White Tiger. And I'm hitting for 7 with Overkill. So, actually no, we'll hit Hela for the 1. Put her down to 6. 5 goes on Scourge, the other 2 goes to White Tiger, takes her out. So Scourge is gone, he goes in the victory pile, he's worth 3. Oh, so that means... Oh yeah, I need to take Hela out. That's ridiculous. Oh no, it's for each card, sorry, not for each victory number. Oof. Still though, that means she's a base of 3 now. She's a 3/3 and has 4 extra health. So I guess I should add on the 4 extra health now, otherwise I'll forget. So she's actually back up to 10. Fine, and I presume White Tiger goes into there, and then this goes away like that. I hope that was all done correctly. That is the end of my turn. Do I want to flip down though? I'm getting 2 encounter cards. No, I'll stay up. I have allies to take hits for me. Blade's useful for that. So we're drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting Scourge away instantly is handy. US Agent, there's the other Gamma Burst, there's the other Energy Duplication, there's Wonder Man. And here's Kalu. I am noticing I definitely do not have a lot of allies who help with Thwart. That is a weakness I am now noticing. Anyway, it is only 1 threat on the main scheme because it's a boost icon, not an acceleration. Hela is attacking. I'm going to have Blade take the hit. She's hitting for a base of 3 plus a boost. Oh, plus a star, so it's 4. If the villain is attacking and this attack deals damage to a character, stun that character. Nope. It's just taking Blade out wholesale. There we go. And then it's 2 encounter cards, technically, because I had this one from before. Oh, it would have been +1 boost icon, actually. But, again, it was taking Blade out regardless. So this encounter card was first. Here we go. Oh, dear. The villain is attacking. That's awkward. Do I have Black Knight take this hit? I don't really need attack. I've got allies in hand as well. Attack is not what I'm needing right now. Well, it kind of is. I'll take this hit. So she's hitting for a base of 3. Oh, good grief. That almost killed me. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, actually. I lived on 1. I had no idea there was a card with that many boost icons. Wow. I lived on 1. If this is an attack, Black Knight takes the hit. Discard and upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, it gains Surge. So I either have to get rid of Energy Duplication or Avenger's Tower. I mean, they're functionally worth the same, really. I'll get rid of Avenger's Tower. Because having +1 extra energy in general is more useful, I feel. But, yeah, that hurt a lot. Alright, this turned around fast in a negative sense. Tapping Energy Duplication and spending Wonder Man to get Kalu on the field. Which means I get to search the top 5 cards of my deck for an event and add it to my hand and shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an event. There's an event. Well, I only really have one choice, and it's not any good, but hey, at least I get to use it to spend. So that's fine. So we can certainly do that. Shuffled. So all for 1 is for attacking, really, which is not what we need to do. We need threat here. Let's see. I really want to hold on to Gamma Blast for when the final enemy comes out, assuming we make it that far, because it can one-shot them again. Let's spend that all for 1 plus US Agent on getting the other Energy Duplication out there, just so I have more energy options. And we're definitely going to be flipping down, but first I will thwart for 1. Needs to get to 18. We do have quite a bit of leeway, but at the same time, yeah, I'll take 1 off of here, because I feel like if we can get to the final form I can nuke it down fairly easily. Black Knight will thwart for 1, Kalu will thwart for 1. So that gets down to 1 remaining. They have 1 consequential each. And I have Gamma Blast in hand. We're absolutely flipping down because otherwise we'll die. And that is my turn. So I have 1 card in hand, so I'm drawing 5 on hero side. And her recovery is super slow, so that's not good. It's a cheap ally at least, and an ally capable of doing decent thwart, as well as 1 burst of good damage, and more thwart. That's a good hand, with the Gamma Burst included. So, it's 1 threat on the main scheme. It's currently got 3, 4, 5, so I'll just leave the 1 there and add a 5. There we go. Hela is scheming. Her current scheme is 3, plus an asterisk, attached to the crown to her. Oh, okay. So it's still just 3. What does the crown do? +1 scheme. After Hela schemes, give her a face down boost card. She only got it as a result of doing a scheme, so I presume it does not apply to this one, and will apply from here on. Can I even remove this? No, she's okay. She's just got that forever, I guess. Encounter card. It's a side scheme, a natural storm. Heroes and allies cannot be readied by player card effects, but not end of turn effects. That's not so bad. When revealed, exhaust each ally in play. That's less good. Okay, so there's a storm a brewing. Let me just make sure I understand that correctly. Yeah, so if I had a card effect that would ready heroes and allies, that doesn't work. So like that photon shield I did earlier, but they'll still ready at the end of the turn as far as I can tell. As we go here, I forgot the boost icon, so that actually has one extra. Nasty. Well, we are... Oh, did I have to tap myself there? No, only exhaust allies. Good. So we're going to tap to heal 3, which puts us to 4. We are going to flip up to hero form. This technically should have went away when I went down. Now let me just think, what form am I changing to? I just need to plan ahead, hang on. Okay. Alright, perfect. So we're going to flip up. We're going to change to Pulsar form, which is +2 defense, and we heal 1, so that puts us to 5. We're not staying in Pulsar form, but that way we get a little bit of heal while still being able to do other things. Now, what is my most efficient way of paying for this? It would just be use the strength card. We'll use the strength card and pay for photon speed. So we changed to photon form, which is +2 thwart, but that doesn't necessarily matter. After we change to this form, remove 1 threat from a scheme. We're going to remove 1 threat from Galar Brew, and also the card itself is remove 4 threat. We're going to remove 4 threat from the main scheme. But a lot of stuff happens now because we cleared Gallon Brew. When defeated, the first player reveals Halls of Nastrond and Needhog and puts them into play. Deal each other player 1 face down encounter card. Did it say that for the last one as well? Was it other players? Deal each other player 1. Oh, I shouldn't have had an encounter card. There is no other players. Okay. That's fine. There's a big angry snake. I think that's to compensate for the fact that the person who defeats it gets the nasty engaged with them. So for true solo that doesn't actually matter. So now we're on an extra encounter card, which is scary. But when defeated, we get Odin. So, that changes things a little bit actually. How can I make this happen? Okay, we can still do this. Yeah, Needhog's only got 6 health. We can make it happen. I will tap both energy duplications, so that gives me 2 energy. Doesn't matter what type. There's the 3rd spent. We'll do the other Gamma Burst, so we change to Gamma Form, which means we do 1 damage. I'm doing 1 damage to Hela. Puts her to 9. But more importantly, we deal 7 damage with Overkill. Needhog goes down. Unfortunately, that makes Hela stronger, but 1 damage also gets through to her with the Overkill, so she's down to 8. And now we just need to defeat the Halls of Nastrond and we can get Odin out. But that's me basically done for the turn. I can't flip down because I flipped up. So we ready up at the end of the turn. My allies ready up at the end of the turn. At least as far as I understand that. It doesn't say they don't. I have 2 cards in hand, Squirrel Girl and Goliath. I want them both. So we're drawing 3. Pulsar Shield. And the 3rd Gamma Burst, if I can free Odin, that insta kills Hela and Blue Marvel. Can we make that happen when one of my allies on the field is definitely going to have to take a hit here? Probably not. So this is just getting 1 again now. But Hela's base attack is 4 now. She's attacking. I will have Kalu take the hit. So base attack of 4 with nothing extra, but still certainly enough to blast him. Ow! And then 2 encounter cards. So I'll put 2 down just to remind me. It's 2 because of the Halls of Nasterond. Loss of control. Give to Monica Rambo. You cannot change energy forms. You have to exhaust her in Alter Ego to remove this. So we're stuck in Gamma form. That might not be so bad. So, okay, let's see what this one is. Frozen. Attached to your identity. Attached identity cannot ready. Alter Ego action, you have to spend resources to get rid of it. I am already readied, so I presume that means I do not unready because it doesn't say I do. I hope that is correct. I guess it should technically be over here, but I'm running out of space here. You know it's there in play. Well, looking at the situation, I think we're 1 energy shy of being able to win this turn, which sucks. No matter which way I cut it, I can't quite get the 4th threat for Nasterond. And also then do Gamma Blast, which is what I would use to take Hela out in this turn. Oh, I did also forget her +1 scheme from there, so we're still far away from the 18 lose condition, but still. So, let's see. If I get blue marble out, yeah, I'm definitely 1 energy shy no matter how I cut this. So, we'll tap both energy duplications and get rid of Pulsar Shield to get blue marble on the field. Let me just double check, what does he do? You can change energy forms, but I'm not allowed to change energy forms, so is he the one I want out? No, we'll get Squirrel Girl out so I don't have to spend the Pulsar Shield. She just costs 2. When she comes out, she deals 1 damage. Hey, it's something. But now I can't. Oh no, if I take him out, or take her out rather, that's not enough. And we still only have 2 allies out, so I do have room for a 3rd. Oh, this is tricky. Again, if I had 1 more energy from somewhere, it would have been so easy. Get rid of these 2. No, I've changed my mind again. Squirrel Girl will come back. It was blue marble, even though we can't take advantage of the change energy forms. That's fine. So this is my hand. And we do 1 thwart. We're not allowed to untap. Black Knight does 1 thwart, and blue marble does 2 thwart. They're not allowed to untap either until the end of the turn. Consequential damage. But that defeats the Halls of Nestron, which also gets rid of these 2 encounter cards, which is really good. When defeated, the first player detaches Odin from the main scheme and takes control of him. Deal each player 1 face down encounter card. Oh, that's deal each player. Never mind, I can't escape 2 encounter cards, it seems. But, come to me, Odin. Now, Odin has 2 sides. Does he start on the captive side? While Odin is not attached to the main scheme, the first player gains control of Odin. Odin cannot have cards attached to him and does not count against the ally limit. If he leaves play, the players lose the game. What about this side? Odin cannot have encounter cards. It says the same stuff. Which side do I use? Because that says he's a captive and that says he's a king. I presume the king will apply to the next scenario, and this is the version we have. So, he's on the field. We can't use him to block though, because if he dies, we die. But he can certainly help us take out Hela, because he does 3 damage. So, at the end of my turn, I'm flipping down, unfortunately. Like so. And I don't ready up, because I'm not allowed to ready up, right? Because of Frozen. Actually, do I have enough cards in hand to get rid of that Frozen now that I'm down? I should have thought ahead. Yeah, if I say I didn't spend an energy duplication and instead get rid of Goliath, I can get rid of Frozen as well by spending... Yeah, with Odin having so much health, I don't need Gamma Blast, so... Sure. Yeah, because I don't want that Frozen effect, it's rough, so we will ready up after flipping down. This goes away. Allies ready at the top of the turn. I'll keep loss of control here. Those ready up. I have Squirrel Girl in hand, so I'm drawing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is everything that was left on my deck. Of course, Mighty Avengers was right at the end. That was a game where I had tons of allies out as well. It would have been so good. I get 3 encounter cards, I guess, because that was exactly enough to tap my deck. So this is especially rough. But we just need to do 7 damage to her. Oh no, wait, no. She technically has 9 health because Nidhogg joined the victory pile. So she got +2 health. So she actually has 9. Maybe got rid of that Gamma Blast prematurely. So she is scheming for a base of 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 4 away from capping out, so I really have to take her out this next turn. Oh, if one of these is scheme, I lose. It's going to suck, because there's so many counter cards. One of them is almost certain. Oh, look, there it is. Yeah, okay, we lose to scheming. Let's just pretend that didn't get drawn, because I want to see if we can win. And then Hela's Domain. When revealed, place one threat in the main scheme, place one additional threat in the main scheme for each victory. So yeah, we lost twice, because that would have added another 3. And her scheme would have been at least 4. Yeah, that doesn't seem particularly fair, but sure. So, we'll just move on to a quick final turn just to see if we can take her out. For funsies, we need to do 9 damage. And I can't change energy forms unless I exhaust her. So I exhaust her on this form to lose loss of control, that's fine. We flip up to hero form, I take Gamma, that deals 1 damage. Which means she has 8 left. We hit her with Odin to do 3. 8, 7, 6, 5. He takes 2 consequential damage. Blue Marble hits her for 2, takes her down to 3. Black Knight hits her for 2, takes her down to 1. And then, while nobody was looking, 2 energy. Squirrel Girl, when she comes out, she deals 1 damage. While nobody was looking, Squirrel Girl won the day, defeated Hela. So, if you had brought her to 0 health prior to saving Odin, you flip her over to this side. And then once you defeat a side scheme, she flips back up. But, when Hela is defeated, if Odin is not attached to her main scheme, you win the game. So, we technically didn't win the game because of that insane unfairness with the scheming at the last turn. Her having a base scheme of 4 is insane. Or 5 with the crown, sorry. 5 with the crown, that's obviously not fair, so we're not counting that, so we're going to call that a win. So unlike the previous villains in this expansion, that one didn't really feel like you were fighting Hela, and I guess that's the point, you weren't really. That was more about a journey through the icy wastelands of Asgardian hell. So, yeah, they certainly recreated that feeling, for sure, but didn't really feel like Hela was doing much. Like, stealing your allies to bring them back as zombies or whatever, that's kind of neat. Not as good as the Thanos fight, though, for sure. But anyway, when you win, you rescue Odin and you discover that the reason he was in there is because Loki sent him there. Because while you were busy dealing with Thanos, he nabbed the gauntlet and every Infinity Stone. So the secret villain of the Mad Titan's shadow, I guess that refers to who his shadow is Loki! So, Scenario 5, the finale to the scenario pack. Next time, we will try Loki with all the Infinity Stones and see if he's as nasty as that sounds. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you whenever for the finale. Until then, ta for now.